I should be, yes. Greetings and salutations, viewers. I'm StarPrincessHLC, and welcome back to OZMAFIA. When I last left off, we finally got ourselves a name, Fuka. Not sure how I feel about the name, but she picked it, essentially, so I'm just gonna go with it. But now we are under the protection of, I guess, the Wizard of Oz characters, because there's a bunch of different families that seem to operate around this, almost like a mafia-esque Godfather kind of situation. We're under the protection, obviously, of Carmilla and that group. There were other ones, like with Red Riding Hood and such. We did also meet Robin Hood, who for some reason is a plague doctor kind of character. I don't know. And not sure what happened to the wolf dude yet. I guess we'll find out. But right now, we are up and about. That voice, it's Carmilla's. Good morning, Mr. Carmilla. I would hope I did. Yes, like a baby. Well, that's debatable, because technically, babies can be up and down, but are you sure it's okay to lend me such a lovely room? Oh, thank you then. For me? That is fair. But to be fair, a lot of you, I think, are romance options, so... Oh, well, thank you very much for everything. Thank you very much, sir. Oh boy, food sounds good. See, that sounds wonderful. She agrees. Oh, okay. Sir, yes, sir. Yes, I do. Okay, then. Also, Carmilla pulled a key from his pocket with a red ribbon tied to it and handed it to her. Ooh, I get my own private bathroom. Oh, all the bubble baths ever. Are you sure? How come nobody uses it? That is fair. Oh, you're right. Yes, it's important to clean up after yourselves, kids. Oh, hey, Axel. He looks mad always. Axel nodded slightly in response. Mr. Axel, thank you for last night. Well, that's a good sign. Axel put his hand on his chin and cocked his head slightly. A few moments later, he furrowed his brow and shook his head. Well, you were nice to me. That deserves thanks. Well, you showed me to my room. Okay. Axel looked away and slipped past Carmilla. Oh, so we got a little crush, perhaps? Huh? He's being shy? He just seemed angry to me. Food, good idea. Food is very good idea. Hello, Kiri. Oh, Mr. Kiri, good morning. Yes. Okay, so it looks like, I guess Carmilla is representative of the Cowardly Lion. So I'm assuming then that Kiri represents the Scarecrow. That would make sense, because then maybe Axel is the Tin Man or Tin Woodsman. Because he's acting slightly heartless. Kiri sliced the loaf of bread. He took a plate and glass from the cabinet, setting the bread on the plate and placing it on the dining table. Taking a seat in the chair next to Carmilla, he put the empty glass on the table in front of him before pointing at the pitcher of water in the middle of the table. Water good. To scratch my head. Despite his complaints, Carmilla took the pitcher and filled Kiri's glass for him. You're welcome. Me. Is it? Aha. Carmilla stood up and started stacking the empty plates. Fuka stood up too to help, but he gestured at her to sit back down. Well, that's a good question. I don't know. My plans for the day. Precious? Is today a special day or something? Yes, we established that as part of last time. Oh, okay. Well, that's a relief. You're saying I'm free to walk about town? Free, huh? Wonder what I should do today. Let's see. Who would you like to meet? Oh, okay, so I can actually pick on who I want to go talk to. So let's see. I got Scarlet. I got Robin Hood. I forget which one you are. I'm assuming you're Puss in Boots. And then I got you three. I think I'm gonna go talk with Scarlet, actually. I think that's what his name was. Just something different. Whoa, there's so many people. She'd passed through this area yesterday, but there hadn't been nearly as many people around back then as there were now. It wasn't as if the crowd was at a standstill, but it would be impossible to push guests' flow. I wonder where they're all going. She turned around to look at the mansion. With each step forward, the mansion got farther and farther away. This road is just a straight shot, so I don't think I'll get lost, but... She shrugged and simply followed the crowd, but she kept her eyes peeled nonetheless. Good plan. Finally calmed down. Oz Street ended in a large plaza. Here the crowd thinned out, finally releasing her. I think I'll take a little break. She sat down on a bench at the plaza and caught her breath. The warm sunlight felt nice. She took the deepest breath she could as she leaned back against the bench. Wait, isn't that... A familiar figure caught her eye within the crowd. There's Scarlet. She could see flashes of that unique red mantle within the crowd. I'm sure I saw that person at the meeting. I remember now, that's Scarlet. We never spoke directly, but Scarlet was... It looks like I can choose between possibly romancing Scarlet and not. I'm just gonna go with pretty mature. She was so mature. Scarlet had spoken on equal terms with Carmilla and the others despite being so little. Maybe that confidence was something that just came with the position, but the difference between their physical structures, or statures, made it quite impressive. Oh, okay, so that is a girl. Not gonna lie, the voice and the look made it kind of sound like a guy, but I guess that's the thing with some of these anime, visual novel, dating sims. It's a little hard to tell. Everybody's kind of very feminine looking to begin with. Wonder how old she is. Maybe she's younger than me? Though I don't even know how old I am. The fact that there weren't any other women in the Familia Oz residence may have been why Fuka felt so drawn to Scarlet. Maybe I should say hello. She thought it'd be wonderful to make a friend. But just what kind of person was Scarlet? Fuka wanted to find out if she could. Gathering her courage, she plunged back into the crowd. I think she was around here. Oh, there she is. Before she could call out, though, the red mantle disappeared. Where did she... Oh, over there. It seems Scarlet had changed directions, now walking towards a different location. Excuse me, please let me through. Fuka weaved through the crowd towards Scarlet. I'm going to lose sight of her at this rate. How do you lose sight of a giant red cloak? I think it's probably better to call out, because grabbing the mantle would be kind of... I think that would be ridiculously risky. Scarlet! Hearing her voice, Scarlet stopped. The capo regime slowly turned around to see just who was calling out. Oh good, I got your attention. Relieved, she approached Scarlet. Were you ordered to harm me? Scarlet added. No, it's not like that. Tailing you? Scarlet glared at Fuka, remaining silent until the realization of what she'd been doing finally sunk in. That's fair. Avoid you, but why? I want to be your friend, Scarlet. She's gone. Scarlet disappeared. Okay. Oh, it's evening already. Mr. Carmia said we'd be having dinner soon. Maybe I'll walk around town a little bit. Yeah, sure, why not? She walked down the street, admiring how the setting sun dyed the scene a vibrant orange, even as she kept one eye on where she'd come from. Eventually, the road of red brick ended in a big plaza. Ha, yellow. Oh, technically there was a red road in the movie, but... It was filled with people just relaxing and enjoying themselves. What a lovely signorina you are. Huh? Oh, hi. I have some delicious bread. Interested? She turned to see a friendly young man carrying a box. Oh no, Oh. Your stomach started growling right on cue. I'll give you a free sample. How about it? A sample? But I'm sure Mr. Carmé and the others are preparing dinner for me. Thank you, but I'll have to pass. That's okay. Well, next time then. He bowed and then ran off. Huh. He really startled me. I never thought someone would try to talk to me. Is it the wolf again? No, somebody else. Hi. You have pretty pink eyes. Huh. Really?
いやいや、例えなんだけど、やっぱり嘘をついたんだね。ダメだよ、嘘は。そういうことされると悲しいよ。
Wait. If you're making such a big deal about lies, are you Pinocchio? I'm sorry.
怒ってないからそんな顔しないで。嘘をついたってことは、それなりの事情があるってことだよね。
Yes, I don't remember anything from before I came here. Yeah, when I came to, I was flying an alley and a man named Caesar was chasing me. Right now, Familia Oz is taking care of me.
ってるね。
Yeah? Am I?
だって、嘘をつくぐらい隠したいことをペラペラ話しちゃったんだよ。初対面の相手にさ。
I mean, you seem pretty nice. I'll be very careful from now on. Okay, yeah, I think that's a good idea. There aren't only good people in the world. Maybe that's weird for someone we've only just met to say. But I think you're a good person, Mr. Soh. Really? You really think that about me? Yes, you've been so kind and you're looking out for me. Now we're acquaintances. Maybe it's a good thing that I ran into you. Maybe it was. Good plan, kid. I should go home too. Goodbye, Mr. Soh. He gave her an enthusiastic nod and turned to leave Oz territory. Harry turned back around as if he just remembered something. Okay, back. Then, what should I call you? Well, maybe I'm just naturally polite, you don't know. I understand. Okay. Good job, kid. Oh. Well, that sounds fun. Yeah, I will. Okay. Take care, kiddo. Oh, that was odd. Oh. By the way, do I get a Toto? I want a Toto. Monday morning, the estate was busier than it had been the day before. Fuka passed by the bed heading out for the day as she made her way to the kitchen for breakfast. Good morning, she said softly to the empty room as she got herself some bread and milk. Taking a seat in the same chair she had previous day, she started eating by herself. Yesterday was a day of peace, which means that now there might be fights between the familia until next Sunday. When I met Mr. Kamiya and the others, I did see a bunch of people with weapons. I wonder if they actually used them. Yes, I did. Mr. Kamiya. She looked up and shifted slightly to face him. It seemed he had come for breakfast as well. I'm pretty sure none of them were going to harass me unless I go after them first, so... Kamiya gently touched Fuka's shoulders before going over to the sink. He plucked an orange from a basket of fruit and rinsed it off before taking a plate and knife out of the cabinet. I'm sorry, I just made myself at home. Yeah, it only took me a day. He took a seat next to her, orange and plate in hand. As he cut into the fruit skin, a citrusy scent filled the room. Oh, good morning, Axel. Good morning, Mr. Axel. I beat you to the punch there. Axel glanced at Fuka, but that was it. He's allowed to be a sleepy beep. Kamiya tossed the still unpeeled orange at Axel, as he caught a few errant droplets of water splashed against his cheek. Orange. Aw, but orange! Axel wiped the water off his face with the back of his hand as he returned the orange to the fruit basket. Crossing his arms, he leaned against the wall. But you just got rid of your orange. Yeah, good question. He passed by both Fuka and Kamiya and set his hand on the back of the furthest chair away from him. Aw, come on, buddy, don't be shy. Axel took a single sip over, only to pull out the second furthest seat away. Come on, you can do it. Kamiya tapped the table in front of him. Axel let out a big sigh and sat down directly across from Kamiya, diagonal to Fuka. I mean, that makes sense, but part of me also thinks that you're just, you know, hit you got a little crushy-rushy, you don't know how to deal with it. And it's gonna take a while. Not everybody's gonna just jump onto each other's backs. Axel gave Fuka a sideways glance that lasted less than a single second. You could probably give him another orange. So I've noticed. Oh, it's fine. He's right. You don't know anything about me. I understand how Mr. Axel feels. Axel rested his elbows on the table and gazed determinedly at the wall. Mr. Kamiya, what's the plan? Plans for the day? Be sure it's safe considering there's a possibility of a fight breaking out? That sounds wonderful. Sweet. He doesn't seem too impressed. Mr. Axel doesn't seem very enthusiastic about this. Just as that thought occurred to her, her eyes met Axel's. Huh. Huh. What? Fuka gave a vague response, unable to discern Axel's intent. Kamiya leaned against the back of his chair and smiled as he watched their exchange. I guess it's just the way he is. Okay, so red brick is yours. Huh. All of this? Fuka stopped in the middle of the street and looked over her surroundings. The street was bustling and the faces of the people coming and going were cheerful. There were no armed men to be seen anywhere. The atmosphere didn't feel very different from Sundays at all. Kamiya got closer to her as he returned the greetings of the townspeople. I expected it to be scarier, like a fight could break out any moment. It's much more relaxed and peaceful than I imagined. I think it's wonderful. Yes, really. He gave a boyish smile and patted her on the head. Yeah, that's fair. That is also fair. Uh-huh. Okay. Oh, the Wolf Gang. Yeah, what about that? Wolf Gang? Oh, right. Completely forgot about Mr. Caesar. Even though you talked to Pinocchio earlier about it. Oh, sorry, So. I think that's Pinocchio. That's what I would assume, but I could be wrong. Huh. Okay. Kamiya made a satisfied nod and held his hand out to Axel. Axel groped around in his pockets. After counting out the coins he found, he handed them to Kamiya. Is that okay? I don't know, that seems a little mean to me. Oranges are good, though. Axel frowned as he watched over Kamiya and Fuka from behind while they walked down the street lined with food stands. Huh. Ooh. Kamiya pointed down an alley with a hand still greasy from his hot dog. Which must suck considering he's wearing gloves. Ooh, bookstore. Ooh. That's fair. Kamiya put one hand on the tower wall and looked up. Fuka followed suit and looked up too. The tower stretched so high into the sky that its top was hidden in the clouds. What a big tower. That's what she said. Okay. Huh. A king, you say? She turned to face Axel behind her, but he only stepped forward and placed his hand on the tower just as Kamiya had. Really? You see, he's allowed to dream. What legend? Ooh. Wish. Can we just scale the tower? The slots Axel had mentioned were far beyond Fuka's reach. The names of the familia were carved beneath the niches. Huh. Kamiya pulled Fuka close to him. He leaned forward to match her eye level and pointed at the street they'd walked along to get there. Yeah, that sounds pretty easy. It is. Okay. Have you ever been to the other familia's areas? I would say so, since you're kind of the head of the household. Yeah, that's true. Cheese. What's up? Red? Person Axel had spotted in the crowd was Scarlet, the capo regime of the familiar Grimm. Scarlet's red mantle fluttered as Kamiya spoke. Hi. Exactly. Hello, Scarlet. Scarlet glanced at Fuka before looking at Kamiya. Scarlet looked at Fuka again. You got it. Of course. Scarlet gave them each a small nod before turning around to leave. The rifle on Scarlet's back swayed a bit with each step. Scarlet's pretty scary. Yeah, I could imagine. Gotcha. I will. Suddenly Fuka realized Axel had been staring at her. What's wrong, Mr. Axel? Huh? Oh, okay. That's fair. Yes. Okay, bye. Mr. Axel? I can believe it. Ooh, I want ice cream. I want ice cream. Okay. Give me the ice cream. I want it. Give it. Looks like I can choose again. I'm going to save really quick. Another slot, and I think I'm just going to close up for now, because we got a lot done there, surprisingly, so we at least got to meet one other character in this. Not sure how much farther is. I'm assuming that depending on how much of this gets filled up, I could talk to more people. Not quite sure how far this goes, but we'll see how it is. I'm enjoying this thus far. Very cute, very colorful. Not sure where I'm going to go in terms of storyline yet, because again, I'm not going to be going crazy getting every single ending of this, but I'll see what happens as we go along. But for now, this is StarPrincessHLC saying thank you very much for watching, and have a fond farewell.